Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another new project. An unexpected project, but due as I mentioned in my previous video to getting a puppy, I couldn't say no to this van. I'll show you why. I got it really cheap, so there's a few little bits that need done to it. It's a Citroen Berlingo Enterprise, 1600 HDI. Yes, not as reliable as the old XUD engines, 1900s, but this thing actually drives a lot better than it looks. It really does. As soon as I drove this, I thought, yeah, for what the guy was asking for it, I'm going to have it. I found some faults along the way, but it's nothing that can't be sorted. I mean, obviously, it's only got a couple of days MOT left, hence I got it cheap. But to be quite honest, having a look around the thing, it doesn't look bad from a distance, but up close, there's a few little bits that need done. It's got the extra security lock on the back, two windows at the back which have been panelled out, which is good because it lets a bit more light in. Now, what are the bad bits? First up, little bits of rust here and there, like this. This is not structural at all. This is just, I've actually had the screwdriver at that, just to check it's okay, and I've took the top surface off. I'm going to go over with some cure rust and just simply touch it in with a white touch-up pen. Certainly doesn't have to be fantastic. These little bits here, they're here and there, they're absolutely solid. Back tyre's a bit perished. Down here, I've noticed on this sill, it's not a hole or nothing, but it's just where the bubble. I'm going to grind that back and just see how bad it actually is first. Front tyres, that sun's a nightmare, aren't the best. And around to the front. Bonnet had a little bit of surface corrosion on the lip. Somebody's put some tape over it. That's perfectly secure for the MOT and all the rest of it. These little bits here, just tiny little blisters. Bit of stone, a bit of, what do you call it? T-cut. It'll bring that off. It'll be good enough. Again, that tyre isn't looking healthy. But this is the main problem here. Usual on the sills on these Picassos, and these are the same, is starting to go. But it's always the same with these. So I'm going to get my pal, he's a welder, I don't get involved with it. He's going to cut that out, put a patch in. And there's another bit along here under the sliding door as well. As you can see, has gone. But again, it's very, very common on these. It's not something which I stand back with shock, because every single Berlingo, Partner, Picasso, all of the PSA range of this era have the same issue where water gets trapped under the stone chipping and it rots them out. So that's what I'm going to be getting done on that. So yeah, so really the only main point of the van which I didn't like was the welding, because I don't get involved with it. I'm going to prep it, but I didn't get involved. So that's that. Anyways, now on to the better bits of this van. If I open it up, the interior, it's actually really not bad condition at all. I'll go on to the other side if the sun's a bit better. But this being the Enterprise spec, you get, I'll come into here, that'll be better. You get electric windows, you get electric heated mirrors. See the electric mirrors? Even though that one's manual, it is actually heated. But this one, it's a quite a good idea actually. I'll get into that later. So it's a nicer spec one. You get like the two 12-volt outputs on it. But generally speaking, it's not bad condition. But this is the main reason I bought this van. Factory fitted. That sun's really annoying. 5-seater van. No Mickey Mouse stuff. I just had the carpets up because I've been hoovering it a bit. Proper inertia seat belts fitted for the two side passengers, and a lap belt for the centre. So it's a full 5-seater vehicle. Obviously you put these down and you've got your full size Berlingo as standard. So there we go. That's lovely to have, and that seat folds flat. That was a must for me. A 1-seater van is just no good. I cannot use it. I need to be able to have, when I take my son back, him in the front, and I put the little one in the back, or vice versa, or we go out with the dogs as a family. It's a 5-seater vehicle. Clearly you wouldn't want to be travelling far, but just back and forth to the beach and stuff is perfect. And again, got the twin back doors, and I've gotten some absolute bargains over the weekend. So as we've seen, the tyres are knackered on it. They're no good. So again, a lot of storage here. I've got 4 tyres, still got this amount of space, so there's loads of space here to put the dogs. And what I like about it is with the Mondeo and stuff like that, the carpets will just get up the eyes. I like coloured carpets, where in here it's all just wiped down metal and plastic and rubber. There's nothing that can really cause too much problems, so to speak. So, for the dogs, for cleaning it down. Again, these windows, I can choose to take the white paint off them and put like a tint on them. But actually, as you can see, there's actually light coming through that, so it works out good. Nobody can see in, but at the same time, it lets light in. But anyways, on to the good stuff. As you've seen, the tyres were knackered on it. So what I found was somebody on Facebook Marketplace, for brand spanking new, these literally haven't done more than a couple of 100 mile. Yeah, they're no premium brand, I couldn't care less. But if you look on the date stamp, when I find it there, 2020, but they've actually been in storage for a year. These were put onto a Peugeot 206, brand spanking new, and then the car failed its MOT. Funny enough, like this one on the sills, and they just decided to scrap it. So I got these for £40. So 4 brand new tyres for £40. Can't complain at that, can you? That you would pay more than that for one. So I've got 4 brand new tyres. Since they're off a Peugeot 206, I've checked up. They're the same rims. So basically, it's just bolt off, bolt on, job done. Gonna stick the other ones away just so I've got some spare rims in case I need them. But somebody's even gone to the effort of painting them, which is nice. So again, I'm quite happy with that. So for 4 brand spanking new tyres, and I thought, well, they look messy, and so does really the vans. That these horrible black shitty wheel trims, don't like them. And there's one missing at the back at this side, anyways. There. I don't want to draw attention to myself by having a tatty looking van. So, and I had a quick look on Facebook Marketplace, local guy there, genuine. I know there's no badge on, even he didn't understand that either. Genuine Citroen Peugeot wheel trim, but no badge. And I probably know why, because these will be fitted to either the little they're only 14-inch ones, the little 107s and Citroen C1s, and then they'll just get the badge to put on. But my main reason I wanted these was because the plastic is far superior on the genuine ones than these chippy ones, because they just fall to bits. And I just think a nice set of 4 wheel trims, 4 new tyres. Once I get the welding done on the sills, it's going to be a right tidy little van, to be quite honest, just to knock about in. So there we go. In the packets, 4 brand new wheel trims, £20. So it's cost us 60 quid for 4 brand new tyres and 4 brand new genuine Citroen Peugeot wheel trims. Can't complain at that, can you? So over the moon at that little haul over the weekend. Again, I'm going to do a little bit of tidying up, like this locking thing here. I don't really see the point in it, because if somebody wants to be in, they'll either smash the window or go in through the sliding door or one of the front doors. So I'm probably just going to leave the lock on it when I'm not using it, but I am going to tidy this up with some black paint or something. I might go silver, but I might go black, otherwise the rust will just come through. Tidy that up. I'm going to tidy that up as I've shown you before. I'm going to tidy that up. It's all just going to be touch-in pen. Certainly going to be no masking off and spraying. In the sills, when they come back after they've been repaired, I'm just going to paint both sills just completely black with black hammerite. I'm not getting... I would do a proper job with a white stone chip, but to be quite honest, when you go on with a white stone chip, you will get like this kind of thing shown back through it, where the rust kind of leaks through it and it just looks shit. So I'm just going to leave it painted black. I'll actually probably just come up to here. I'll open the sliding door, paint from here down and all the way along in black. And if I'm going to have a bit poke on at this other front side, because I want it to be right. Obviously I'm going to carry my kids in this thing, so I'm certainly not going to be cutting no corners. On this little scab here, when I've got it on the lift, I'm going to give it a good poke on with a screwdriver, and if it goes through, this sill's perfect all the way just to this little point here, so I might get them just to put a little patch in there. But in the interior, nice place to be actually for a van. Like I've said, that sun is a nightmare. Let's try and do something about that. So you've got overhead storage, which is nice to have, with the extra few lights, which you get in the Enterprise spec ones. Like I've said, 2 front electric windows with automatic function on the drivers, heated mirrors, even though it's a sign of a screen. Them back ones aren't heated. Believe it or not, that is a heated mirror symbol. Electric passenger mirror, but manual driver's mirror. Because why does it really need to be electric? Because you can do it yourself anyway, and you use this control to do the passenger's one. But under the heating function, they are both electric, heated, so it wouldn't have took much. It's got wires going into it for heating, so, but hey ho, that was just what happened back in the day when these were new. Rear view mirror, but obviously the windows have been painted. Depending on how I feel, I don't know. When I've got the dogs in the back, I may that's just spray paint. I may put some thinners on and just have it as straight looking out to the back. But as you can see, this is daylight here, and even for people sitting in the back, it's still, the camera's picking it up, it's still light. So I think I might leave that be, because it is totally opaque. Where if I tint the windows, people will be able to see in that there's two dogs. And at the minute with dog theft, it's just ridiculous. So I'll probably leave that as it is. Like I've said, nice like checker plate seats, and these front ones come all the way forward, like so. In fact, the whole seat lifts up because of storage underneath, and it does fold completely flat as well. Sorry there, that probably come out quite loud on the TVs. Normal kind of heating, it's like any kind of Citroen Peugeot headlight leveling. I like having the two 12-volt outputs, plenty of cup holders. What does it have on? 160 something. This sun's really getting on my nerves. 162,000, which is not really nothing for one of these. One thing I'm going to tackle once I get through the major work to get it back on the road is this centre display. It does work, you can see it. I don't know if that's picking it up. You can see it, but the bulbs have gone behind it, which I've already done some research on. You can get the bulbs pretty cheap, which I've already ordered actually, and you just lift it up, take the unit out and replace the bulbs, and that just means for you, again, you get a CD player in the enterprise spec. It just means you can see your radio controls, and it gives you like your outside temperature, and gives you your information if you've got like a door open or any kind of faults, which is, it's handy to have, it's there, so I may as well sort that out. Yeah, so I'll quickly go under the bonnet and show you what's what. The reason I'm doing this video quickly today is it's going in tomorrow for the welding, so I just wanted to, I'm going to quickly stick it up on a ramp and check it over first, so because if it's absolutely, why am I going to that door? If it's absolutely knackered underneath, and I've just been tidying this little bit up here, again, just with a screwdriver, just took the big thick bits of rust off, going to put some Kia rust on, and then just touch it up with some white, just to tidy it up, you know. I have to use two hands for this, so just excuse me for one moment. There we go, it's just loose on the bracket. And it's quite the bonnet, in fairness. Just going to get my hand underneath there. It's quite difficult with one hand. You have to just bear with us one moment. The camera's decided to switch around. Hello. Back round. Pause. It's actually quite tidy under here when I had a look. You know, all these strut tops are nice and clean. There's usually a bit of rust down there, which there isn't on this one. You know, I'm quite impressed with a lot of it. Hydraulic power steering, they upgraded a few of these to electronic power steering down here, which were a nightmare and very expensive. So I like the old style one. Believe it or not, forget this. That's just a bit of surface dirt. There's just no rot anywhere on this, under the bonnet. Nice and clean, 1600 HDI, and as you can see, it's been serviced quite recently. Not my favourite brand, Comline. So what I have got in order for this van is I want to do a fuel filter change, oil and air filter, oil and filter, air filter. There's a road sweep I just decided to come along, so I'm going to have to cut this video off soon, otherwise you'll not be able to hear what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm just going to do a basic service, oil and filter with an oil flush, air filter change, fuel filter. I don't think these have got a pollen filter on them, so I won't be doing that. I'll strengthen the antifreeze up, put some decent screen wash in, and I may do the timing belt once I've run it a few months, as that's supposed to have been done. What else was it? Oh yeah, I did a quick check of the lights, and the number plate lights weren't working, which I need at least one of these two working for the MOT. And as it happens, I can get two genuine Citroen Peugeot ones for my local part supplier, the whole unit, for £2. So I've just ordered them in, so if anything smashes under there, I've got two new replacements. So we'll leave it at there, and I'll get back to you on another video once I start actually getting some work done to the van. So I'll catch you soon. If you want to like, comment and subscribe. I've noticed a lot of my viewers aren't actually subscribed, so it doesn't cost you a penny. You just need to hit the button, and it just all helps me figures. So if you enjoy what you're watching, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below, hit the like. It all helps what I'm doing. So thanks, I'll catch you in another video. Bye.